for the record here, Nina, you're fairly new to motorsports.
Yes.
Okay. You want honesty? You're not going to find many more people that are brutally honest like Nina. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. You're going to learn that as the show progresses through the season. She is brutally honest. She's not afraid to hurt your feelings and say how it is. And she'll do that.
With a smile.
Okay, with a smile. Right. So, at this point, given what she is learning about motorsports, Nina says, from my
I got a good perspective in the middle, though.
Right. But right now, from what you're hearing on this situation, you'd say the leader got spun, not a fair call.
No.
Sandy?
No.
No. Okay. Let's put this out here. We're at a Y. We're at a fork. We're at a fork in the road. Okay. Fair? Probably not. But you want to talk about fair, there's another side of that coin too. Because the way the rules are written, okay? And I absolutely hate this rule. I don't care where you are, if you're first, 15th, or 20th. I hate this rule, and this is why. Okay? I hate this rule because I've seen it cost guys races. Anytime the leader is spun, okay, by contact, whether it's incidental is a different deal. But if a guy drives in and he's aggressively racing, okay, and he gets spun, the leader had the line, should get his spot back. Okay? But this is where I understand what happened. There are rules written that say no fault. No fault. That means if I'm leading Gary and you spin me and you spin as well, guess what?
We're both at the back.
We're both going to the back. That is the rule. Okay? If you spin, if you come to a stop, whatever, if you are the cause of the caution, you're going to the back of the pack. That's the rule. Now, let me tell you where fair comes in. Fair comes in from the officials. It's the right call. If two guys are racing and it's not dirty, Ed, tell me if that was dirty.
I don't know. I don't have, I'm going to be honest, I don't have the video that I have. I don't have the evidence that I have here.
Okay.
That down at SOS at Southern Oregon. Mm-hmm. But I did watch it live.
Okay, and when you watched it live, what was your initial thought?
I thought that he bumped him and took him out.
Okay. Did he do it with intent?
The only way you'd know that was to get in the driver's head.
Possibly.
I mean,
he
could have tried to check,
okay,
and didn't, or tried to check and couldn't, and bumped him enough to take him out. Because I watched as Colin started going sideways. Weinbarger. He kept coming right in behind him,
mm-hmm.
right in there with him.
Okay.
Now, in another point of view, if he'd have come in and he checked and he didn't, like he should have, or if, say, he did check, but yet he bumped him, he would have backed out. But no, he never let off.
Mm-hmm.
He was still coming. And then only at about, once he got up to about half of the door, did he ever kind of back out a little bit.
Okay. Let me hold you right there. Racing rules state, if you're the leader and I'm underneath you, where does the line become mine?
Door.
You just said he was at the door.
Right.
Okay. Is that where the contact was made?
No.
Okay.
It was made prior to that.
Prior to the door.
Right.
Okay.
It was back on the left quarter panel.
Okay.
Just about at the bumper. Right behind the wheel.
One car spun.
Yep.
That was Weinbarger. Who was charged with the caution?
I don't know.
Who was charged with the caution?
I wasn't listening. I was just watching.
Who got sent to the back?
Colin did.
He was charged with the caution.
But he shouldn't have been. In my opinion.
That's your opinion. Okay, so this is where this is why this discussion is so great.
Because when I watched it, Colin Weinberger, I'm going to call him Weinberger, he didn't give up the lead willingly.
He's not going to.
I mean, he came around and got back up in the front on the pace lap, and it was like I don't remember if it was 2 or 3 laps.
Right.
Before they finally told him to go to the back.
And I understand that as from a driver's perspective. I totally understand that, and I absolutely appreciate it. I can get where a driver's going to say, hey, you know what, listen, that wasn't my fault. I got taken out. You're sending me to the back. The rules say if you're the cause of the caution, you're going to the back of the pack. Now, that means if all of us are racing and we all spin, We're all going to the back, and 7th place is getting the lead.
Now,
Okay.
I could have seen that. Now, the rule would apply if I went in too hard.
Okay.
I didn't check enough. I got loose, and I spun out in front of the car. If he had spun out in
Sure.
front of Chadwick, yes,
Okay.
he should get charged for the caution.
Okay.
But when you come up behind him and make contact, Colin didn't know he was there. He probably
Colin knew he was there. I'll guarantee you Colin knew he was there.
I'm just saying, though, he knew he was there,
Mhm.
but he didn't know how close.
He-
But yet contact is made. So he who, in my opinion, he who makes contact is the owner of the caution.
So let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
Had Colin spun Kellen while trying to pass him, and Kellen got sent to the back? Colin,
fair.
This is a scenario. This
Yeah.
is hypothetical. Night number 2. Had Colin made contact with Kellen and Kellen spun and got sent to the back, that's fair. But you just said he who makes contact should be the guy sent to the back.
That's correct. He's
Okay.
the one that should be charged with the caution.
So it'd be the 2nd place car.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So if Colin had a spun Chadwick
Right.
at Southern Oregon, he should have went to the back.
Okay.
Okay.
That's your perspective.
That's
Okay,
correct.
I appreciate that. Gary, I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay, so my thoughts, I kind of came in with not necessarily.
Okay.
Well, there's rules.
There is rules.
There is rules. And I'm a strong believer in rules. I follow a lot of rules. But I also push the limits of rules sometimes.
Okay. Okay.
Don't we all?
And so a strategy for me would be take advantage of the situation when you can. That's just my thought process.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
I'm competitive.
Right.
That's
So
aggressive.
I would go out there and I would be as aggressive as possible. If I'm going to give somebody a nudge, let them know I'm back there.
Sure.
Get the hell out of my way.
Sure.
I'm going to do it, right?
Yep.
And if you spin, well, maybe you should have controlled your car a little better is what I would be thinking to myself.
Right. Right.
Okay. But it doesn't always happen that way. I got a lot of police friends that do pit maneuver and they do training for that stuff.
Uh-huh.
So, there's strategy behind a lot of racing.
So in this scenario, with Weinbarger being sent to the back, what's your perspective? What do you? This is why I hate this rule, you guys. And this is not. We're not talking bad about anybody.
No.
I want everybody out there to understand that we are not. This happened last year. During Speed Week, there was a bunch of controversy, and I got a lot of heat from something that I said. Okay, but I'm going to be as real as I can possibly be, and I know everybody on this crew is going to as well. Okay, I want to know what your thoughts is on this situation and how that transpired.
Just from what's going on in the perspective I'm gathering from what's being said, because I didn't see the race, a rule's a rule.
Okay,
A rule's a rule.
so we're going to the other side of the page from where Ed is. Okay,
Yes, and I think, strategy may have been a big portion of what happened in this, knowing that, hey, I can't seem to get around. I'm going to close the door a little bit. That's my perspective, though. That would be me behind the wheel in 2nd place coming up on somebody.
what if it's the first place driver trying to hold him down a little bit? Okay, there's two sides of that. Okay,
There is.
There's a lot going on here, and there's a lot to interpret. Okay, and I'm gonna make my point here when we've all put what we think. Okay, Dave, give me your opinion on what you think on this deal. Hey, look at him shaking his head already. He doesn't even want to say anything. He's afraid.
I don't know. My head's just spinning on this one.
He's been sitting here watching this conversation
But,
and thinking. I can see it running through his head. Tell me what your opinion on this deal is.
Well, you've got the rules. If you don't have the rules, it's going to be a free-for-all.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to be more aggressive where they're going to be wanting to spin people
Mm-hmm.
just to get them out of their way. You come up on a leader. If you know you can hit him and spin him and get him sent to the back, that's one scenario. But, I mean, I know Weinberger.
Do you think that's what happened in this case?
I do not think
Okay,
Weinberger
okay.
had anything to do with that. He's a clean driver. I say hi to him. He's sort of a friend.
Mm-hmm.
As much as we can be on a track.
On a
And-
friendly term from our perspective in media to
yeah,
drivers, sure.
So, and the rule's the rule. I mean, if they tried to change it before and it didn't get done, so it's something we're just going to have to live with and hope for the best.
Okay.
And how many times this situation we're talking about? Who is the most famous guy for the bump and run?
Dale Earnhardt.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
The Terminator.
We've just compared Colin Weinbarger and Kellen Chadwick to the same state of mind and driving style as Dale Earnhardt.
That's
Is
correct.
there a better?
couple times now.
Is there other than? I mean, that Is there a better compliment in all of motorsports? Honestly, whether you're an Earnhardt fan or not, we're talking about the greatest. He's an asphalt driver. It was an asphalt driver, but still considered the greatest of all time at the elite level.
But he was famous for that.
You got Earnhardt. He once said, "If I come up on you, if you don't get out of my way, I'm just going to put you in the wall." That's how he drove.
But he didn't.
Could not race.
He didn't.
Today.
He didn't. And these guys don't drive like that either. Okay,
No.
that's not what happened in this case.
Not this at all.
So Nina, being new
Yes.
and learning what we've all, and taking all this in, I want to know what your thought is on this scenario.
Well,
And this is going to be good because you are so new to motorsports.
rules are rules, so you just gotta follow them regardless. Doesn't matter the situation. It's up to you if you're gonna dance with the devil or not.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's a chance to be taken. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Sandy.
I'm just going to say I agree with Nina.
Okay.
And this comes down to where you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Sort of. Kind of,
Okay.
sort of.
But let me tell you my opinion.
We're going to school here.
On no. This is just an opinion. I'm not talking facts. I'm talking opinions. Okay.
We got to have some controversy in here.
And this is a great discussion. And I mean, as much as this sucks for everybody involved, okay, we're all going to get over it. These guys are going to get over it. They're going to race tonight, tomorrow, whenever the next show is, and they're going to go out and do the same thing. They're going to go out and give each other everything they have.
They're going to try to win.
Here, you're absolutely right. We're talking about two of the best. Okay. My opinion on this deal is, number one, I've said it before. I've said it 100 times. This rule absolutely sucks.
I agree.
This rule sucks.
I agree with
it
that.
sucks for motorsports. I'm not talking about just the guy that got spun or the fans that had to watch their favorite driver, whoever it may be, get sent to the back, or sponsors, anybody. The rule sucks for motorsports because it takes judgment out. Okay, a lot of tracks and series do this. So it's a simplified rule, and everybody understands it, and there's no controversy. Okay, I think this rule creates more controversy than it eliminates. Okay, let me ask you guys a question, and this is going to change this whole discussion. Okay, flip those cars around in position and tell me if somebody doesn't do the exact same thing. Turn those guys around. Put Chadwick up front and Weinberger in second, and tell me if the exact same thing doesn't happen.
It would.
It would.
Whether a driver gets spun or not, tell me. I'm talking about the chance that was taken that Nina mentioned. Okay? Tell me Weinberger in Chadwick's position wouldn't have done the exact same thing Kellen did. I'm going to tell you right now, he absolutely would have, because he did it on night number 2 at Southern Oregon Speedway, and it worked.
Yep.
Okay? Yep. Nothing dirty about it. Took a chance. You want to know who the real hero in all this mess is? It's not Kellen Chadwick, not the winner. It's not Colin Weinberger, who arguably has a right to be upset. His whole crew, his sponsors. Okay? Neither one of those guys are the heroes. I'll tell you who the hero is right here. The hero is the race director, Bob Valencia. Okay?
That made the call.
Absolutely. He looked at the situation, had to analyze it, and make a call that wasn't popular with a lot of people.
That's what you get for being in that position.
Now, last year, now people are going to say, oh, Corey's just saying that because last year he said something that PO'd everybody at Cottage Grove. Bob Valencia was mad at him. Track owners were mad at him. Everybody was mad at me for something I said on the show. Okay? I said it in a way that was an honest opinion. A lot of people twisted that and took it wrong. Okay? That wasn't my intent. And now here we are at Cottage Grove 1 year later. Okay? And we're talking about some of the same guys in a controversial situation. And I'm saying right now, the hero in this deal is the same guy that I said last year was possibly not the hero. Not the hero. And I didn't say that he wasn't the hero. I just said what most people saw from the outside, the interpretation. This year, I'm talking about the same dude sticking to his guns, making a call that obviously isn't popular with a lot of people. But he says, this is the written rule, this is what we're sticking by, and that's what it is.
Well, also we don't have instant replay in racing.
We don't, and I'm glad we don't.
You know,
I think
we
instant
don't have-
replay would be
yeah.
a really, really bad thing for racing.
Because that makes you all instant replay does is make you go back and